Welcome back to Rogue State. Fun for the whole family. And let's see what we'll do today. We got $139 million in our pocket, the $5 million per turn. The reason I'm not spending any money right now, or I'm trying to be very frugal with my expenditures. An event might trigger very soon, and it could be a very disastrous event if we're not prepared for it. And there's I think 3 to 4 different events that could trigger around this time, and I'm not sure which one is going to trigger. So I'm trying to save money to make sure I can properly deal with any issues that come up. Our loyalty points are going up. Let's check our relations. They're acceptable. We're getting very high approval ratings now from factions in our country. So for the most part, everything's going pretty well. And we're gonna go to our next turn and see what disastrous event will strike us. Archaeologists in the mountaintops claim to have discovered the oldest known transcripts of the Old Ways in a series of caverns that is also home to stunningly fragile stalactite formations. We're gonna make it a holy site, but be sure to charge admission. The arrival of Air Force One this week marks the first ever visit of the President of the United States to the beloved People's Republic of Basenji. May it endure for 10,000 years. On his visit, President Insert Name Here will be escorted by the glorious leader through the traditional markets of Name and the Eternity Garden in Other Name. It is anticipated that they will also stop at the Revolutionary Memorial to pay tribute to the fallen martyrs in the Great Patriotic Revolution. The Great Patriotic Revolution remains a sensitive issue for Basenji-American relations. Well, whatever. The American president met with us, and these are all the relation boosts that we get. Blech. Okay, so anyways, we're about 2 turns from reaching the height of our loyalty points. Once we hit that threshold, we're going to start storing loyalty points. That will help us deal with our neighbors here. Because Tajikistan or whatever is getting very frightening. And I'd really like to get some newspaper editorials printed so that they leave me alone. Country's becoming more fundamentalist. That's okay, because our fundamentalist rating is improving. We're getting really high with popularity, so let's see what happens. An invasive species of oryx are taking over large swaths of land. As you well know, a single oryx egg can produce thousands of the African antelopes. We could bait them towards our neighbors, which would piss all of our neighbors off, or we could do nothing. We'll cull the oryx. I don't know what effect that'll have on anything. So Basenji citizens are becoming more liberal. Let's check the newspaper. Oryx meat determined to be delicious and necessary. Gotta grab that juicy Oryx meat. What else is happening? The newspaper is talking about liberal reform. Local parrots flagrantly violate public intoxication laws. Hundreds of parrots intoxicated on fermented fruits. So if you're crossing into the bazaar in Basenji, you might end up seeing some inebriated parrots. Always fun. This is looking really nice, the glorious leader's popularity. This is actually kind of a facade playing as Hillary, because this would probably never happen. But hey, I can't help it if I'm more likable in virtual form than in reality, so... Anyways, what else is going on? So, 88% approval rating. Our loyalty somehow went down. I guess it was, I must have pissed off a minister or something. We're still saving some money. That event should come up pretty soon, actually. Conscription is the compulsory enlistment of your citizens into military service, and will give your armed forces additional manpower when superior technology and training are simply not practical. Critics will argue that this policy can be considered tantamount to slavery, and removes otherwise productive citizens temporarily from the labor force. So what are we going to do? We could conscript more units, or we could be really nice. I know Hillary would probably choose the Warhawk option, but we actually have no need for infantry units right now, so we're gonna go with this option here. And our trade agreement's gone. Kalshara. Let's renegotiate our trade agreement.
Thank you for taking my gold.
Plastics just aren't as good as they used to be. We gotta take what we can, though.
Apologies.
Goodbye.
Let's see how... we're doing really good with the US, so let's call them up.
Good day, Ambassador.
It is always a pleasure, Your Excellency. I would be happy to meet with you when an opportunity opens in our busy schedules.
I like that accent for some reason. Okay, so... Oh, hey, look at this. Our loyalty is over 100, so now we're gonna start banking loyalty points. Hopefully we can bank them fast enough to deal with this guy here. We should have enough in 6 turns, so let's hopefully survive for 6 turns without war with that guy. Some Basenjis, particularly in the Karif province, chew a tree sap resin known as bush sach as part of an ancient social custom. Bush sach, I guess. I don't know, how do you pronounce this? Whatever. Is a mild opiate that induces euphoria and excitement that is legal in most of Africa and the Middle East. New evidence indicates that bush sach may be far more harmful for consumption than previously believed, linking it to certain cancers and birth defects. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. I'm using it right now. Kids, don't do bush satch. But as a person that loves to pander to people for their votes, I'm gonna pretend that I do it myself. You can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you for seeing me, Ambassador.
It is no trouble at all. I mean, all.
Okay, so let's see. Let's try to get another special operative.
Ambassador, I need not tell you that there are enemies to both of our countries that need to be eliminated. We need one of your special operatives.
Come
I
on.
don't know what you are implying. The U.S. does not engage in activities like those.
Oh, come on, Ambassador. We know that you do.
Tell me, Ambassador, do you have any insights regarding some of the other countries in the region?
It's not really appropriate for me to be spreading gossip about your neighbors.
Oh, she's in a really annoying mood today.
Tell me.
Let's just be as nice as we can
I
and
believe
leave.
that's very. I hope we can chat again soon.
There's nothing else we could do in that situation. People might dislike me for this, but I'm gonna have to raise taxes by 1 to counteract the lack of money I'm making. Basenji railway workers have gone on strike demanding higher wages and more state holidays. This is disrupting our ability to facilitate imports and exports. I didn't, whatever. I didn't intend to click on that as a misclick, but oh well. Liberal approval went down slightly. I gotta check our piggy bank here. So we got 17 points banked. So I think about 3 turns, and we should be able to print our first editorial. And it can't come fast enough. By the way, we're actually halfway through the game at this point. The game lasts for about 60 turns. Oh, this is my favorite one. So check this out. Environmentalists are asking for you to ban a popular ritual in which fundamentalists on ATVs attempt to successfully hit an endangered and elusive mountain goat with a live grenade. So what can we do here to help out? We can designate the majestic goat a national animal and prohibit its hunting. We could regulate the number of rare goats to be hunted by grenade. Or we could disregard this request. I think I can't believe that liberals would still be okay with, like, oh, instead of actually just prohibiting this, we should just regulate the number of goats that get exploded in the face by grenades. Like, that's completely normal in their society. So we're gonna designate the goat as a national animal and prohibit its hunting, because that's the actual liberal thing to do. And I don't think Hillary supports animal cruelty anyways, as far as I know. So, pro-fracking, but anti-animal cruelty. Let's see. Oh, this is going up every turn. Now it's +8 instead of plus 7. So we might end up getting what we need. Yeah, we're gonna get it next turn. It's great. Whew. So we're gonna end up avoiding conflict with Tajikistan, hopefully. And if this goes well, we could regulate relations with our neighbors diplomatically. Excellency, it is time for you to consider the long-term energy mix for our beloved country. From where will Basenji obtain its electricity? We could build coal power plants, we could build natural gas, or we could build solar and wind farms. From the pro-fracking, pro-coal society. From their perspective, I would probably do this. We'll go. We're not that. Actually, yeah, Clinton's definitely against coal plants, so we'll do natural gas, but we can't do solar. It's too pie in the sky to do solar. The Senji citizens are increasingly identifying as fundamentalists. Market looks favorably to natural gas, so not really a negative ad here. More people are becoming fundamentalist again. Is Basenji the greatest of countries? Newspaper legally obliged to report yes. Yeah, fundamentalists are the majority, dominant majority in the country right now. Let's see. What does, I want to see how our policies are doing. Everything is good except for labor rights. Crime, we're a safe country, low unemployment, good GDP, strong enough support. So that's where we're getting our approval for fundamentalists and liberals. And we're anti-corruption. I know in reality this corruption should be in the red, but I need the UN relations for later on, so I can't be completely corrupt like Hillary. We have to be discreetly corrupt instead. No one wants to be outwardly corrupt. So do we have enough now? Yeah, we do. Okay. So what's the country's name again? Tajikistan. Let's head over to the Parliament section. Let's print a editorial for Tajikistan. So, a newspaper editorial published in Tajikistan will portray your regime as an example of good governance for the region. Your relationship with Tajikistan will greatly improve, and your support with Basenji's patriots will increase slightly. So yeah, let's do that for sure. Now when we check their relations with us, they'll be significantly higher. And hopefully if this goes well, we can keep doing this strategy. And since we're at 8 per turn, I think every 4 turns we could employ this strategy. Fundamentalist clerics are calling upon the government to prohibit luxury goods and denounce conspicuous consumption. We're gonna have to deny their request. We love money too much. So 33 turns. We still got a bit of ways to go until we get to 60 turns. The city of Majimora is seeking approval to build a new water reservoir to accommodate its growing population. This will severely reduce the amount of water available for nearby rural regions. We're gonna allow it. We kind of have to. Basenji citizens are becoming more liberal. Why do the liberals dislike us so much all of a sudden? I don't know. Liberals are weird like that. Yeah, so 4 turns. I want to see what our bonuses are here. We got fundamentalist support, capitalist support, patriot support, and public approval. So that's where we're getting all our loyalty points from right now. +2 from our finance minister that loves us. Of course she does. Who's this? Our communications minister. And we don't care about Farouk. Farouk will never like us. So let's move on. Terrorists from Tajikistan attempted to bomb a community center in Najimara, but was fortunately caught by police before completing his objective. The public is deeply concerned. If more such incidents occur, it could affect both your popularity and tourism revenue. We'll condemn the actions. I'm really waiting for Tariq to come in and bring up an event. That will eventually happen, I just don't know when. It was 17 last time, right? Okay, so I think around 26. Alright, let's what shall we do today? I think I need to we're just gonna go to the next turn. Now check this out. Excellency, our engineers were cleaning debris from a building destroyed in the revolution and discovered a cache of gold stored by the Tyrant King. Estimates vary, but the gold is worth between 100 to 150 million. What would you have us do with this newfound wealth? And we could give it to the people, but we're gonna keep it for ourselves.
The Honorable Basenji people, my fellow countrymen and women, my beloved citizens, I address you today as we are ushering into a new era in the history of our homeland. I wished to address you first, as you are the owners of this blessed land, its defenders, the builders of its prosperity, and the architects of its future.
Should we do like ultra warmongering in our speech, or let's do like let's pander to like religious groups?
In this era of instant gratification, I grow concerned that we are losing our spiritual and moral compass. We will defend ourselves against imperialist
Oh,
aggressors
I
with
didn't
the
mean to
might
do
of our
that.
blessed armies.
These amount to the same thing.
Second, effective immediately, it will be forbidden to vend foods that were not prepared in accordance to our most valued traditions.
Gotta pander. Wow, that
Finally,
was
it is
really
with
good.
a full heart that I say to you all,
We can't follow up very good though.
your continued patriotic zeal and selflessness will build our country into the most powerful country in the world, a people's paradise.
I think the dream is not gonna happen this time. Yeah, we really fell short there. Oh well. Our oil agreement to Sani has expired. Our relations are still okay, so let's go do that again.
Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, oil is doing much better this time.
Are you interested in negotiating a trade agreement with
Taking into account our...
Yeah, 22 million bucks. Alright.
Goodbye.
Okay, so let me think now. We can reduce this tax to 14%. We're gonna make back the deficit in a couple. Whoa! What the hell? What's this? 116 million per turn. Oh, this must be some sort of bug. I don't know. Alright, let's go to next turn. Terrorists from Kalshara now attempted to bomb a government office tower in Haima, but was fortunately caught by police before completing his objective. The public is deeply concerned. If more such incidents occur, it could affect both your popularity and tourism revenue. We're gonna have to condemn the action. Oh! Whoa, what the hell is going on?
What was that?
an explosion?
It looks like it was at the federal building.
Oh, I hope there weren't too many injuries. Tell General Haddad to mobilize first responders.
As you wish.
Ooh. So we're having a bit of a terrorist crisis on our hands. Let's get our relations up with Tajikistan. Okay, so far everyone is in good standing with us. Let's read the newspaper. So the headline is about the terrorist plot. Should I talk to Nader? Oh, Nader isn't here right now. Alright, so I don't know what we do in that case. We're gonna hold off for now and see, maybe Tariq will come and explain what we should do. But you know, it's 30 minutes in, so I think we're gonna leave that till next time. So next time we'll find out what happened with that explosion, and hopefully we can find a way to deal with the situation. Until then, see you guys later, and take care.